Your life has a theme, and it follows you no matter where you go. Some keep running into the same relationship patterns. Some keep attracting the same kind of financial disaster. Some keep finding themselves in the same type of workplace chaos. So, what explains that? I'm going to give you several different views of the world. You'll get to pick the one that works best for you. The important part is this: they all work to some degree. First, understand something basic. The human brain was not designed to understand reality. There is no reason to believe it can. If reality were the size of a beach ball, there is no reason to think we understand more than a BB sized piece of it. We keep getting smarter. That alone should tell us we have not reached the final accurate picture of how things work. We all already walk around in different realities. A person living inside a strong religious framework is experiencing a different world than an atheist. What you believe about reality becomes your practical reality because it controls what you feel, notice, and expect. Here are a few of the main models people live inside. The prayer God model. You can influence outcomes by praying or by following certain religious practices. Interestingly, people who genuinely operate inside this model often report better life outcomes. It could be correlation, it could be causation. We're not settling that here. It is simply one working filter. The pure physics model. Everything is just particles bumping into other particles. There's no deeper meaning, no special mechanism that lets your thoughts affect the world. This is the view most hardcore skeptics prefer. The Richard Wiseman model. Psychologist Richard Wiseman studied luck. His finding was simple: people who expect luck notice more opportunities. Their brain gets tuned to spot them. You've already experienced a version of this. The moment someone you know buys a certain uncommon car, you suddenly start seeing that exact model everywhere. Your eyes didn't change, your filter did. So if optimists expect luck and then notice more of it, that is not mysterious. It is ordinary brain tuning. Affirmations in the law of attraction. The idea that repeating a clear intention can steer your results. I personally use this. Before I became a successful video game developer, I repeatedly told myself that is exactly what I would become. Did the affirmation cause it? I can't prove it, but my subjective experience is that it worked. Many people report the same sensation. Skeptics say there is no physical mechanism that can take a thought and turn it into an external event. They say there is an air gap between your head and the world, unless we're living in a simulation. The simulation model. If this is a simulation, then changing your expectations, focus, and intentions is not magical. It is changing the inputs the system reads. Elon Musk is a well known proponent of this idea. I am another. We would not know the exact nature of the simulation, but the logic is straightforward. If anyone ever builds one realistic simulation of conscious beings, they will not stop at one. There should be far more simulated realities than original base realities. The odds favor us being inside one. You can see a larger version of the same thing with the COVID years. What did large numbers of people obsess over and fear most? More mandates, more restrictions, new variants, and that is largely what arrived. Was it pure coincidence? Or did collective expectation and focus play a role in what got amplified? You do not have to decide which model is ultimately true. You only have to notice that different filters produce different lived experiences. Here's the practical part: you are not stuck with one filter. You can reframe. When you feel stress, the common story is, this is a problem. A more useful frame: stress is your body telling you that you have not moved enough today. That single reframe turns a mental weight into a clear physical action. Having trouble sleeping? Reframe it: you did not work hard enough or move enough. The problem is not sleep. The problem is insufficient output earlier in the day. Struggling with food? You do not love food too much. Your system for deciding what and when to eat is defective. Change the system, not the desire. The most important daily lever is what I call shelf space. Every hour you spend consuming negative content, rehearsing problems, or focusing on what could go wrong is an hour you are training your brain to notice more of the same. You are not a passive victim of whatever enters your mind. You can choose what gets the majority of the shelf space. You cannot always control the first thought that appears, but you can control the environment that produces the next 100 thoughts. Go outside when the sun comes out. Move your body. Change the input. The filter follows. You are not merely the result of other people's actions. You are the author of the experience you keep reinforcing. The people who treat their intentions and focus as if they matter tend to get different results than the people who treat themselves as pure passengers in a physics only world. You do not need proof that the simulation is real. You only need to notice that treating your attention like a tool instead of a victim changes the quality of what shows up. Your theme is not permanent, it is trained. And anything that is trained can be retrained.